Good evening, viewers. I, Deepika Lingdaw, welcome you all to today's edition of News and Events in Meghalaya from Don Bosco Media Network. The headlines for today are: Meghalaya celebrates Teachers' Day along with the rest of the country. A 65-year-old lady recovers from COVID-19. 182 new COVID-19 cases detected in Meghalaya. And now the news in detail. Meghalaya, along with the rest of the country today, celebrated the Teachers' Day with jubilance to recognize the contribution by teachers towards the society. Unlike in the previous years, the main function of Teachers' Day celebration 2020 was held at Government Public School in Shillong. Over the years, the Teachers' Day celebration was held at Usoso Tham Auditorium, where a large number of teachers drawn from all the districts of the state would come together to mark the occasion. The venue for the celebration was shifted to the location due to coronavirus pandemic. Teachers' Day in India is celebrated on the 5th September to commemorate the birth anniversary of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. He was a renowned scholar, recipient of Bharat Ratna, first Vice President and second President of independent India. He was born on the 5th September 1888. As an educationist, he was an advocate of edification and was a distinguished envoy, academician, and above all, a great teacher. As the common adage goes, the future of a country lies in the hands of its children, and teachers, as mentors, can mold students into future leaders who shape the destiny of India. Teachers' Day is celebrated to acknowledge the challenges, hardships, and special role the teachers play in our lives. Speaking on the occasion, Meghalaya Education Minister Lakman Rumboi said,
"As I said before, the world, it is moving very fast. Digital learning, whether we like or not, is a way forward. We have to prepare ourselves. The future teachers who aspire to enter this profession, please be prepared. You are very fortunate that many things happen in your lifetime. You have seen the good times and you have seen these bad times of this pandemic. The future teachers are more prepared. So be prepared, and we from the department, we will try to do everything to streamline the education system, and we will do whatever necessary so that the education sector will be benefit. And as you know that even during this pandemic, the education department has initiated many initiatives, be for the teachers training, be for the student, be as we know that the syllabus has been planning, the academic calendar has been planned, so that our main purpose is that this year should not be wasted.
large number of teachers who have dedicated their long service were recognized on the occasion. Meghalaya veterinary officials have expressed concern over the lumpy skin disease, LSD, among the cattle in the state. Lumpy skin disease is a viral disease of cattle that is spread by biting insects. The viral disease mainly infects the cattle and buffaloes. The virus causes nodular skin lesions on the animal's body, and it is a cause of concern among the veterinary officials. The veterinary doctors and veterinary field assistants who are working at the district and block levels have been instructed to be more vigilant so as the prevention of the entry of diseased cattle into Meghalaya from neighboring states. Consumption of meat slaughtered from cattle is safe, the official said, adding that it would be advisable that the meat is properly cooked. Meghalaya legislator Lambor Malyang plays key role to rescue Meghalaya girl from Uttar Pradesh. Meghalaya legislator Lambor Malyang, who represents the Nongkrem Assembly constituency today, narrated a tale of an unbelievable story where he played a key role to rescue a girl from the clutches of lurers in Meerut, Uttar Pradesh. Speaking to the media, Lambor Malyang said,
State Police nang ni long in constant touch but ki police yang ke UP kamtam apo way na ki police station ya ba dayo kan rescue apo Meerut apo hello kita ke action ke kila Shimsted. Ika ba layo ba ni pala jadi dari UP Police. But kila arrest siu, but mentau dan hapo ke custody jang di police. Nakalian ke jonga ngakwa ba kani ganong ka satu ipat ka message. Ba pimla ba nila ka ipat ke singim jongo. Ngindang up namar ba report ke investigation kadang yan. Lesi kamdai sur tanggani lesi takaba ngiyo ban yo kamiu lesi uladai buri ba jublian lesi ban khai ba igi kun samla shiki banta jadi jela tekata so ban power de ba stand action de ban sim ban penstam dan patinge ya kum kineki jenper.
An advocate, Amit Joshi, who assists the Meghalaya legislator in filing an FIR with Meghalaya Police to the girl rescue, said,
in the month of January.
Okay.
So she was working in some private farm over there. During her working time only she came along and she knew this guy and he was also working there in that same company. So what happened that during their working time, this guy, he lured this girl. Then he, somehow he managed to tell her that let's go to my place in Mirror.
Okay.
After the lockdown happened, then he said that once the lockdown gets over, we'll come back because Meerut is just 2.5 hour journey from Delhi.
Okay.
So he took her there. Then after reaching Meerut, this guy, what he started, he locked down this girl in a room, wrongfully confined her for so long, and he started, physically abusing her, mentally, physically both. Then somehow the girl, she called her mother and informed her about every incident. Then she said that to save her somehow from there. So in the meantime, Kong, she came to Balam's help also. She asked Balam's help. Then our Balam, he intervened in the meantime. Then we filed FIR, 0 FIR here in Madanhitting PS. Then that FIR was forwarded to Meerut PS, Delegate PS. Then from there the police from UP, they have rescued the girl from the guy's place, and then after rescuing the girl, the guy was also arrested, and I came to know later from the police that they recovered some drugs and all also from the guy.
Who is this guy and what company are you talking about?
Company, I don't know exactly the name of the company.
Okay.
And after the girl was recovered and from that guy's place, what happened then, she had to go for some legal formalities also, like medical test. And after her medicals were done, then she was to give her deposition before magistrate first class statement as per CRPC. So after her statement were recorded, all the legal formalities were done, then she was dropped back to Indira Gandhi International Airport at Delhi, and then from there she fly back to Guwahati. So in the meantime, then we are lucky enough to have such a
No, what is the name of this culprit?
culprit name is Adnan.
Pardon?
Mr. Adnan.
Adnan, what is his surname?
Surname I don't know.
You don't know.
So then we engaged a legal counsel from there. When Balam he intervened, he spoke to SP over here also, the SP from district also, he spoke to the SHO over there in Meerut. So it's a kind of collective effort from our legislator, and he is under judicial custody now.
Judicial custody.
Ultimately, he himself, he booked his ticket and everything for the flights and everything. He took care of those things also. So I think he has quite lifted the standard of being a legislator and what exactly a legislator should. So I'm thankful to Sarlam for intervening in the instant case also. So had it been like if he wouldn't have intervened in the case, it would have gone for prolonged thing.
The mother of the girl also shared her views with the media and said,
di komenti kemacu berkeluhan kemacu terbaik nomor dan pun tidak langsung berjalan soal keluarga soal rakyatnya kalau polisi menjaga ini menuju mengantar diri mengambil mengambil dari bahasa kita ini apa adalah tanpa cerita dengan ini para ini tidak bernilai ini tadi itu
A 65-year-old lady recovers from COVID-19 and discharged from Nazareth Hospital. Seeing the light in spite of being surrounded by darkness, 65-year-old lady presented with fever and severe respiratory distress for 7 days with oxygen saturation of 65% with signs of severe pneumonia to Nazareth Hospital on 13 August 2020 and was tested positive for COVID-19 on admission. She is a patient suffering from diabetes, hypertension, hypothyroidism and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. She was aggressively treated for COVID-19 pneumonia as there was evidence of cytokine storm and several bilateral lung infiltrates in chest X-ray. She was treated with combination of medicines and required oxygen up to 70 liters per minute to maintain her oxygen level. She was not intubated at any point of her stay. In Meghalaya, 182 new COVID-19 cases were detected today, taking the total active case to 1,374. Meghalaya Director Health Services Dr. A. War informed media that out of 182 new cases, 121 are from East Khasi Hills District, 31 Rebhoi District, 2 North Garo Hills District, 15 East Garo Hills District, 1 West Khasi Hills District and 12 West Garo Hills District. So far, the total number of recovered cases in Meghalaya stands at 1,527 and 15 deaths. In its first instance of making contribution to society, the youth wing of the Mi Mintadu Catholic West Jaintia Hills District came forward to donate blood to the blood bank in Jawai in their initiative to assist those who are undergoing treatment and are in need of blood. The advisor of the wing remarked that it was due to her personal experiences that moved her to suggest the wing to donate blood as part of the community's social responsibility. Dr. P. Shilla, in charge of the Jowai Blood Bank, expressed her gratitude to the youth wing for coming forward in spite of the pandemic to replenish the supply of blood at the bank, which had depleted rapidly due to the absence of donors. Dr. Shilla also remarked that there are 3 categories of donors: replacement donors, voluntary donors and professional donors. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow at the same time and in the same channel.